Muichiro versus Tokito the Mist. Tokito? Gyokko. The Mist Hashira versus the Upper Moon. So, landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. We're going to start with Tokito on this side. So, center point of my page is about here. This is where we're going to put his head. He's like flying in with the sword. Gyokko is kind of on the back step. So quite close to one another, right? And we're going to start with Muichiro's nose, right? So you got this sort of, I like to say like a letter L or an upside down sort of 7, right? So we go out this way, and it kind of comes around and in, okay? So I think capital L or a 7 sort of turned upside down. So this then goes up this way. So it kind of becomes this Z shape. And we meet hair here, right? But if we didn't have hair, you'd meet some forehead going that way, okay? Now the hair comes over that. So you will erase it because you should be drawing with pencil. So his nostril, just down here. Right, and then just across from this brow area, we start the eye. So we have a big eyelash line that curves over here. Kind of spiky on the ends, right? So you want to thicken it up. So we go diagonal, across, then down the back. Just color it black inside. And then if you want, sometimes they have these extra lines coming off the eyes in Demon Slayer. Bottom eyelid line, so he's looking over this way, so it's a long sort of shape, like so. And sometimes he'll have like extra sort of lines just on the bottom like that. So his iris is a long circle curving down and back up. Okay, and he just has green eyes. Sometimes there might be like, you know, some hatching sort of in that area where his pupil would be looking that way. We have an eyelid line there and an eyebrow above that. And for eyebrows, you want to just thicken it up a little bit at the front here. And it gets kind of like thinner as we go back. Right, we'll go down and finish his face. Hit pause if I'm going too fast, by the way. Hit that pause button. And then his top lip down here, right? So we go out, curve it out first. It's kind of like a letter M, right? So it goes out, stretched out, letter M. Back in. Out again for the bottom lip. And back into there. So see, it's like a little letter M, kind of. And then his bottom lip, or the line for where the bottom lip meets the top lip, just here. And then in Demon Slayer, they have that shadow underneath the bottom lip. His chin then comes out like so and around. And then his jaw comes down this way. And it actually joins his neck there. Okay, so his hair, right? So we got like fringe that comes down along his face, right? So it's just out here, spikes come in over that line, comes up, and they all come down across. Like so. Another one goes up this way. This is all his fringe. Another one here. Right, and then of course, he has these long pieces of hair then that come down across his face this way. And they fly back really long. Go off that way. And this one like crosses over his ear. Goes off that way. So top of his head is kind of like bumpy just up here. And it becomes eventually long hair going down that way. And then we can see maybe like some of the top of his ear here, and the bottom just there. And you'll have his jawbone a little bit just going that way. And a shadow just there. And you could see some like ear lines like that. And then the rest of his long hair sort of goes down behind his shoulder like that. And then more hairlines and texture lines for his hair inside here. So like all these spiky sort of lines like this, and then they go back to his long green sort of sections back here. Kind of look like dreads. They're kind of like Nezuko's sort of hairstyle, really long. Another one going that way. Like so. And then like the green ends on them. So these ones are like high up, and you just do these kind of zigzag lines on the ends of his hair. More here. Okay. Oh, and there's another little spike just out here at the front. Just at the front of his face there. Right, so his collar for his Demon Slayer uniform just here. And then this will go this way. And then we have the white section. Like so, and then goes around there. And this has all lines on the inside, right? So we want like that goes down the middle, and then another one following that shape again. See like a neck muscle line there. So that's his hair and his back going down that way. Right, so we've got these two hands that are holding a sword. So we have another shoulder here, right? And his hands are kind of crisscrossed. So this arm goes underneath this one, and they're all holding the sword, the handle of the sword just here, right? So we'll do these knuckles first. So the top 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then the fingers come down, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And then the side here, and then each of these is a finger that just goes up this way. You could have like knuckle lines just on top. Okay, so this hand is connected to this one by the handle of the sword, right? So it goes there. And it's kind of like textured, you know, it's got these, what would you call them, sort of threads wrapped around the handle, give it extra grip, right? So the next, so we go knuckles again, right? So 1, 2, 3, and a 4th. And then these go up around to the fingers, and you go 1, 2, 3, and a 4th. This will go like around the back. And then the side of this finger here. So each of these again is a finger. Like so. And there's like some knuckle lines just on the side. And we can see his thumb, the thumb on this one. Can we see the thumb on the other? We can. So we can see the thumb just here and the thumb just here on this one. Sort of behind the fingers there. And then we can see the thumbnail just sitting on top of the thumb there. And maybe like the back of the hand just there. So each of these go into like his sleeves, right? So we got like his wrist disappears behind that one, and then his wrist goes in there on that side, and then we have his dangling sort of sleeve. It's all white on the inside, so like this is like his wrist down to his forearm, quite thin. So that's the side of it, and then the white of this side, right? So you got like his elbow here, and this will go like down, hanging quite far down, right? And then you can see the white. So it's like his forearm going that way, the white of that in there. The top part up here. And then we have like all these fold lines just for his sleeve, just here. And then, right, so his other arm is here, right? So you can see just some like fold lines and stuff coming down for the shoulder area. And there's like a seam line coming across that shoulder there. And then the rest of the sword, so the end of it, just here. And then the hilt of it, it's kind of that, what would you call it? That blocky sort of straight, sort of angled hilt. That kind of a shape. And it's got an inside line that's not gold here. Right, this kind of a thing. And then the rest of the sword goes into there, like so. And then the blade goes this way, real long, goes off that way, and it has like some extra sort of sections on it there. Right, and then his elbow on this side comes down like so, and it sort of hangs down real long, flowing kind of, so you've got like dangling sort of lines hanging down and then gone off that way. So it's a real long sleeve, you know. And then he has a pocket here, like another shoulder line. There's a button like that, right? And a little bit of hair here. Okay, that's the Mist Hashira. So let's go over and do Gyokko. Where's my image for Gyokko? There. Right, so we'll do the same thing. He's kind of in 3/4 pose. So we'll start with the nose, that sort of upside down 7 or letter L sort of thing. More pointy, I guess. And then at the top, you turn it into like a Z again. So this is like 3/4 pose, a little bit different. We can see a nostril, and they actually draw in the round part of his nostril, like that. And then he has these sort of like wrinkles and stuff there. So his eye is a mouth, right? So it's like a letter M, curving. Goes around, they're like all wrinkly and stuff, so. And then his bottom lip, bumping around like this. And then the inside. His teeth fly across there for the center line, and then separate them with 3 lines going diagonal. So the other eye, we can just see like this bumpy green lip on this side. And then the teeth in there and the bottom lip. And then a line like that. So he actually has a third eye in the middle of his forehead here, right? So you do a curved line like so. And then the top of that curves around like there. And you got a shadow just here. Because it's looking like this way, it's real skinny, okay? And then his upper moon sort of eye shape just coming around like this. And you've got some calligraphy sort of writing on it. I can't do it perfectly, but that's not too bad. You get the idea. And then we have veins in his eyes. And like wrinkles just around everything, just to make it look like he's got eyebrows and sort of shapes like this. And there's 3 purple circles going around his eye, his third eye. And he's got an eye in his mouth. So his mouth like starts underneath the eye here, underneath like this. His mouth starts under the mouth. It's confusing. But just here, like in the middle. And then his top lip comes down to a point and back up just underneath his nose with that little dimple there. So we'll open it up for the bottom lip. Curves around like so. And then his other upper moon eyeball in there. And again, calligraphy inside Japanese upper moon writing. Like so. And then we have a shadow in the corner of his eye mouth. And then veins. Crazy character. Crazy looking character. So then just like the side of his face comes down here for his cheek. And then we go out for his chin. And then this goes back up for his jaw. And he doesn't have ears. He's just got these hands that hang down, these baby arms. And a shadow under his bottom lip. So there's an arm that hangs down here, and they come down from like these fish fin type things that he has on his head, right? So it's not, it's a substitute for hair. It's kind of like dreadlocks or something. But they're these scaly sort of bumping things that go around his head, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this one goes down and then it goes behind the next one. Right, so they all go down behind the previous one. Like that, okay? So that one goes in behind this one goes behind that one, and this one eventually goes down to the back of his skull, which is just here. Okay, and then we got the baby arms and some textures on his hair, right? So you'll just do these like curved lines on these sort of fins, just to make him look a bit bumpy, I guess. And then we got the baby arms. So one there. Bicep, tricep. They're just these curved lines that overlap one another. His wrist or forearm there. And then like cartoon-like fingers, right? So the side of the hand and the thumb there. And they're like drawn very simply. They just like go around. You know, none major. And some fingernails. Like that. And they have veins. Like branches going off this way as well. I think he's got a line just on the side of his head there. Okay, another baby arm. And like veins coming down here as well. Like so. So there's like a baby arm flying off this way as well, from the other side of the head. And we can just see like 2 fingers and a thumb. Some veins. And another baby arm. I'll never not call these baby arms. And like that. Right, so the rest of his body. So we got like the center line for his chest. He's quite a muscly creature, right? So center line for his chest is here. Got a collarbone or top of his chest muscle. Just like going that way, up towards the shoulder. Another one on this side, going that way. And then we got like some neck muscles here. Like that. Bottom of his chest muscle goes this way. Okay, and then the other side. There. So your collarbones, these, right, always go towards your shoulder. So the shoulder is there. Right, and the shoulder on this side kind of goes up off the page there. And then he has some like abdominal muscles here. And then side body just sort of comes down this way, like. So 2 more arms stick off here, right? So we got like shoulder and then tricep, bicep, but they're going in behind Muichiro. So like his fingers sort of come around here. So you can't really see the rest. And then the next one, curved lines to get you started. It's all 4 arms. And then the hand kind of bends weirdly this way. Like so. And then I think there's another arm starts down here. You just gotta add veins on the tops of these. Right. I think that's everything. Oh, we have a little thing sticking off back here from the back of his head. Gyokko versus Muichiro the Mystashira. Hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.